All right, so we should just start from that day, when, and all that.
Which incident do you want?
Start with the first one.
The one that I knew, or the one I didn't know?
Start with the one that you weren't sure with, and then go to the one.
Okay, so back down to Houston, right off Grant Road, there's an old forest down there. There's a house back in that forest. There's not a trail that a car could go down to get to. You go down the road, and on one side is the forest I just told you about, and then on the other side there's another forest. But through that forest there's neighborhood roads with street lights and all, just like you'd find in any neighborhood. But not a single goddamn house. Not one.
Really?
Yeah, not one. But you keep walking through there and you hear strange noises. Like, I'm talking noises that I've never heard never in my life before, right? Ever. And you kept going, and we found a compound. About 10-foot high concrete walls, barbed wire on top. No name on the outside. Just a big metal gate, probably at least 6 inches thick. Like, they're keeping something hidden there. I don't know who, what, when, or why, but there's something there.
That's strange.
And so me and my homeboy one time walked up to there, and like the gate started opening, so we ran off, obviously. Still don't know what that compound is. We heard some crazy noises through that. Well, on the other side of that road, probably 2-3 weeks later, it was me and 3 other guys. And we had been through this forest 1,000,001 times. We knew a hobo that lived out there, chill dude. But we had gone through it, right? And we're standing there, and to our right, maybe 10 feet, there's a big lake, probably about 50 square feet, just a nice-sized pond. And to our left, there's a dry creek bed that's running through, directly parallel with us. And in front of us, there's like a tiny little school, like an old tutoring schoolhouse. Have you ever seen those trailers outside the schools?
Yeah.
One of those. And they got a bunch around the whole land. And we're walking, right? And all of a sudden, we hear something walking up to us. And at first, it kind of sounded like it was almost on 4 legs. Like, almost. But it was probably just moving very quickly. We couldn't see it. Now this forest isn't like this forest. It's not deep. You can clearly see everything, and it was a full moon. Like, we could clearly see.
So it was lit up.
Yeah, we could see at least 20-30 feet in front of us, right? Well, it starts coming towards us from the front, and I had my gun, my homeboy had the machete. Like, we were strapped up. We were not like we were going out there knowing like something's gonna happen. And so this thing keeps walking up to us, and we're looking dead ahead, like where we think we're hearing the noise from, and can't see shit. Nothing there, nothing. Like, there was literally like. It was just a ghost, like. And so it walked up, maybe came within 6 feet of us. Like, no more than 6 feet on 2 legs. And, like, probably within about the 15-foot mark when it started walking, we realized it was on 2 legs. And it was not on 4 legs. Because we thought it was going to be a boar or a deer or something. But they would make a noise, right? Like, you'd hear the boar grunt or a deer huff. Like, you would hear it. They'd make noise. Nothing. Other than the leaves cracking under the feet. And so it gets probably within about 6 feet of us. Still can't see it. Still have not a clue what it is.
You
just hear it
clearly, but
perfectly. Nothing there. And so there was 3 of us standing at that spot. And to the creek bed that was to our left, there was a homeboy maybe 15 feet behind us, 20 feet behind us in the creek bed. Because he was getting scared. And so whatever it was, the creature had walked up to us, stood there for maybe half a minute, 30 seconds roughly, and then turned, and we could hear it start walking towards the creek. And that started tripping us out. So we were like, whatever. So we all, like, I cocked my Glock, and, like, everyone started getting ready because, like, something was going to happen. Well, at that moment, as soon as we heard it walk into the creek bed, it started beelining. Like, I'm talking full-on, like, sprint. And it had heavy, heavy, heavy footsteps. Like, you could feel it below us. And, like, I'm 15 feet away from him. And he just started beelining for my friend. I've never seen a man turn into a bolt of lightning in my life before, but I swear to God this kid turned into a bolt of lightning. Before I could pull out my phone, he was already at my truck, which was over a mile away. Like, that's how bad he was scared. To this day, we still don't know what it was, still never saw it, nothing. Haven't gone back to the woods since, to be honest with you.
Do you know if there's houses out in that area now? Or?
Nope. That one house I just told you about, that is it. And then the rest is just an abandoned diner and 3 abandoned schoolhouses. And then the compound on the other side that's hidden away, probably 2 miles deep in those streets.
That's unusual.
I'm telling you, it's
a weird place. I've been over there.
But the other occasion, I don't know if y'all know about the Renaissance Festival in Texas. Yeah. It's the biggest one in America. So I go there every year and I camp out, like during the weekends, at least 3 or 4 times during the fucking season. And this was probably, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. That me and my homeboy, it was me and my homeboy driving. It was his mom's car, and then I had another dude with me, but he was with his girl, and they were making out in the back seat. And we were coming home from the Renaissance. It's probably like 2, 3 in the morning, roughly. It was late. It was real.
Spring.
Todd Mission.
I mean the season.
No, it's in fall.
In the fall.
Yeah, yeah. And so we were coming home from that, and this is literally between Top Mission and Houston going down. I think it's Nicholas Sawmill or something like that, some road over there. One of those country-ass bumpkin back roads.
Sawmill Road.
Mushki Road turns into it in Houston. It's down there. But we were riding down, and I started nodding out because it was late, and I started getting tired, and I heard my homeboy scream like, "What the fuck?" He had hit a car, or hit a deer, or something like that. And I look up, and it was right before a bridge a little girl had supposedly committed suicide on. And it was right before a bridge. I'm talking at least 8 like that. It was giant. And I'm 6'4", so when I say something's big, it means it's goddamn big. And it was either a man in a ghillie suit that had the giant disease, or it was a giganticism or whatever it is. It was either one of them or it was real live a Bigfoot, because when I looked at it, that man had to either be wearing a ghillie suit and have that disease, or it had to be a Bigfoot. End of story. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Were you able to see face at all?
Yes, but not it.
A lot of hair.
Yeah, it looked like an ape.
Yeah.
It looked like an ape face from everything I could distinguish. Now again, the interaction and the time we saw it was only about maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
It's a lot to process in 3 seconds.
And especially just waking up. But then I looked at my homeboy, I was like, dude, did you just see what I just saw? And he's like, I swear to God, I just saw Bigfoot. And I was like, I think I did too. And that's when we made the decision to turn around, go back. And we were in a little Honda box car. We pulled back around and nothing's there, but you could hear it running off in the woods. Yeah. And I mean, just the foot stomps again were just so intensely heavy. I've been on deer lease. I've hunted all my life. I've shot a 600-pound sow before. The footsteps that they make is just different, and it's a vibration you feel in the ground beneath you.
I had one try to sneak up on me over by Cold Springs. I think it leaned against a branch, and that branch was dead.
Oh, and it cracked.
It had a dumbass moment.
Yep, a blonde moment.
And I just heard it
running, and you could feel it in your feet, huh?
Yeah, I was in a tent.
Oh,
laying down, and I was just like, holy crap.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, I'm telling you, because that one incident, the first one I told you about, and then the second one, the footsteps almost felt the same through the ground. And it's I've had sows run around me 400, 500, 600 pounds. They don't make the same vibrations in the ground.
See, you hear that a lot about being able to feel their foot stomps.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And, through the ground, kind of bassy as they hit the ground. Almost makes the earth sound like it's hollow.
Yep. You know? And then last night was strange because she even left out 3 apples and an orange. Because everybody knows Bigfoot's supposedly like apples.
Well, hold on. Wait, when was this encounter though? The last one.
That one when we actually saw them. Yeah. Probably about 2 or 3 years ago. Okay. Yeah, probably November, 2 or 3 years ago. And last night the apples got stolen. The orange was right there.
That's what I was telling her. They took
that was bizarre.
The bag of apples out of
We put them on that stump too.
The one I'm sitting on.
Yeah,
it was right by your camcorder.
Right where the camera was. That's where they were.
My bag's just a little zip up, foil lined bag. So it's not like a whole bunch of room where you can just reach in and grab something.
Yeah.
Apples
you had to pull stuff out first.
They pulled out the stuff, got the apples, and put the stuff back in the bag.
Yeah. Because black bears are known to like citrus. So if it was a little mini black bear, you can see their markings all over the trees around here.
I think those people.
It would have taken the orange. It would not be sitting there whole. And if it was a boar, it would have.
But the bananas were not ripe yet. They were still green.
Weird.
So it just bypassed me.
Oh, so it knew.
Yeah.
Whatever was new, yeah. Because something took the apples, and if it was a boar, you would have seen apple shreds everywhere. Because there's rooting everywhere.
Yeah.
It would have had to get it off the table and knock everything off with the same.
Yeah, it would have knocked that whole stump over.
Exactly. So whatever it was smart enough to be quiet enough not to make the dogs go nuts.
Able to carry 3 apples without leaving any trace of them, which is weird.
Yep. Look around for prints.
Yeah,
real hard dirt.
It's real hard dirt, and the dogs kind of tore around too.
But
I did look around.
Found one that was right by the fire pit. It's so hard, but you can see the toe. And then there were 2 behind this trailer. And but our buddy who had to drop off his stuff and go get his son, he, I guess about 3 years ago, he was out here, and Sasquatch wasn't on his mind at that time. He wasn't investigating.
That's when they best come, though.
And the people came through those machines, and they chopped down the pipelines and the electrical out, the trees, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And he said that must have pissed them off because they were all around. He was out in the middle of this parking lot with his gun for, I think he said, a couple of hours.
Holy shit.
He said they were pissed.
Wow.
And ever since then, he's been
just screaming at him or what?
Yeah, so they were whooping, screaming, breaking stuff, breaking trees.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we kept hearing trees. Well, I kept hearing trees break last night when it got late.